Hello students, today's topic is Jablonski diagram. It was proposed by Jablonski, which shows the various photophysical processes occurred in an electronically excited molecule. When a molecule excited to a higher energy state, it must return to the ground state unless it gets involved in a photochemical reaction. In case of monoatomic gases at low pressures and temperatures, reverse transition with emission is the only mode of return. But in condensed systems like solutions, liquids and solids, in polyatomic molecules, in gases at reasonable pressures, there are more than one pathways available to the excited molecule for dissipation of excitational energy. These different pathways are grouped under photophysical processes in electronically excited molecules. After initial act of absorption by a molecule represented by A capital, it moves to any higher energy state with excess vibrational energy . When the molecule excited to higher energy states S2, S3 or to higher vibrational levels of S1 state, it obeys Franck-Condon principle. The electronic energy of S2 then S3, these states or excess vibrational energy of S1 state, it is quickly lost to the surroundings by a mechanism known as internal conversion, represented by IC. It is represented by a curved arrow. The rate constant of internal conversion is about 10 to the power 13 to 10 to the power 12 per second. It is the same as vibrational frequencies. Once the zero vibrational level of the first excited state S1, the molecule may return to the ground state in the absence of photochemical reaction by either by radiative fluorescence emission S1 to S0 or by non-radiative internal conversion pathways or by partly radiative or partly non-radiative pathways as represented in this diagram. So, internal conversion from S1 to S0, it have smaller rate constant 10 to the power 8 per second or less as compared to the process in the higher energy states due to the high gap of this high energy gap between S0 and S1 state. Intersystem crossing involves non-radiative transitions from singlet to triplet state. It generates a triplet state of the molecule 3A, which can be decaying by radiative phosphorescence emission or by non-radiative reverse intersystem crossing. Generally, the radiative pathways, these are represented by an arrow and the non-radiative pathways are represented by a curved arrow. So, rate constant for intersystem crossing should also be 10 to the power 12 per second, but due to spin restriction it is triplet and this one is singlet. So, due to spin restriction factor it varies from 10 to the power 11 to 10 to the power 7 per second. So, both these radiationless transitions can effectively compete with the fluorescence emission, which can have a rate constant as higher as 10 to the power 9 per second. Again, due to spin restriction, phosphorescence emission from the triplet state to the singlet state is a slower process. Hence, it appears as delayed emission when the exciting light is shut off. So, the various photophysical processes can be represented in this way. These are unimolecular photophysical processes. Here, first one is internal conversion. So, this is represented in this way. Second one is again internal conversion. So, this is it is represented by curved arrow. Then third one, it is fluorescence emission represented by an arrow. Fourth one, it is intersystem crossing represented by curved arrow. This one, phosphorescence emission represented by an arrow. And this one is reverse intersystem crossing. It is represented by a curved arrow. So there are two types of non-radiative transitions or non-radiative pathways. One is intersystem crossing, other one is internal conversion. So intersystem crossing, it involves non-radiative transition from the singlet to the triplet state, generating a triplet state which can be decayed by radiative phosphorescence emission or by non-radiative reverse intersystem crossing process. An internal conversion, it is the sudden loss of vibrational energy of an excited state molecule. So here we have discussed about unimolecular process. So if the system involves more than one molecule, then the bimolecular reactions may occur, that is quenching. So quenching of fluorescence means decreasing the intensity of fluorescence. So quenching occurs either by molecules of the same kind, then it is called self-quenching, or by a red substance, it is known as impurity quenching. So this inhibits emission because of frequency of bimolecular collision in gases as well as in solutions. The rate constant is almost equal to 10 to the power 10 per second. So therefore it can compete with the fluorescence emission, which has a rate constant of about 10 to the power 9 per second. So this is all about Jablonski diagram. So thank you.